Hello YouTube. This is our recent project. Project's name is iFarm. This was an entry in T6 Festival, Technical Festival ISAC. This was a runner up there. So now we will be explaining you this project. I mean, what is this all about? This is basically an SMS based irrigation system. It also has climate monitoring features in it, and it also has a data logger in it. Now basically what we have done is we have interfaced the SIM300 module with it, and there is an Atmega 64 and there are some business circuits. Further part the circuit will be explained by my friend here, Saifullah. Go on.
This is the SIM300 module that will be interfacing with the ATmega 64 microcontroller. This will be used for sending and receiving messages. This is the actual controller board that will be using for turning off the relay, turning off the motors and taking data from the sensors. This is the relay circuit for turning on the pump, and this is the Arduino based data logging circuit that will be used for the monitoring the sensors data, which can be viewed at a later time. This is the float switch that will be used for determining the water level in the tanks. That's all.
Okay, so now we will begin with the demo. Here we had added a safety feature that before giving any command, the user must enter a password. After that, Atmega 64 will send you a return command that access is granted, and the further command will be interpreted after that message only. If before anything happens, then the message will not be received by Atmega 64, so that no one can mess with your system. So now we will be sending you, we will be demonstrating this thing.
I've already sent the password. The password for our accessing the control board is 1992. Now in some time I'll be receiving a message saying access granted. Access has been granted.
Now access has been granted. It is now ready for receiving further commands. Now basically for irrigation, we have actually incorporated 3 modes for operating the pump. One is normal on-off mode, where you actually only have to send an on through the SMS, and the pump will be on. Then again off through the SMS, and the pump will be off. The second mode is timer based mode, where you can send an SMS that I want the pump for so and so hours, so and so minutes, or anything. And for that much time the pump will be on, and then it will be automatically turned off. The third mode is in that if supposedly if you want to start the pump after some delay, and then again on that pump for some time, in that thing you can use the third mode, where the syntax is like on, delay, sometime, then again the delay and sometime. So now my friend here will demonstrate you one method. I think it will be second, I guess, that we will on the pump for 30 seconds, and then it will automatically be turned off after 30 seconds are over. It can be set to hours, but now for demonstration purposes on the on is ready. That LCD there tells us the current status of the system. As you can see, the current system is ready status. That means it is ready to accept the commands. So now my friend here will send on message to this thing, and anytime now it will be turned on as soon as the message is delivered. See, so the water irrigation has started now, and also the system will send us an SMS acknowledgement that the system is on. This is the message. So system is on, and again now as you can see, after 30 seconds the irrigation has already stopped, and it will also show, we will also receive another SMS which will show the system is off. We have also included an extra feature in this, that is climate control. Actually, we have hooked up a bunch of sensors, that is temperature, humidity, light sensor and everything, so that the farmer can receive the climatic data from the ease of his home. He has just to send a query to the microcontroller and he will send all the sensor data to your cell. Now my friend here will demonstrate you how it's done, and now we receive the sensor data. Actually, we have calibrated the lux readings percent into percentages. Lux readings are pretty difficult to interpret, so for ease of use of the reader, we have coded it in the form of percentage readings, so it becomes much more easier for the readers. So here my friend now will send an SMS.
The code for getting the luminous intensity of the sun in the particular area is sun. We are supposed to type sun in the cell phone, and then you should send it. This will be received by the microcontroller and then decoded, and the microcontroller will send back the sensor reading on the cell phone.
It has sent
It
us.
is showing 99% luminous intensity.
Room is pretty bright.
This light is perfect for growing crops.
Okay, so now there is another sensor which we have included, that is a water level indicator. Actually, in many of the times when a particular pump is on, if supposedly all water drains out and then no water is remaining, the pumps might get damaged, or many of the times they are water submersible pumps and they get damaged. So to prevent that, what we have included here is a water level sensor. As soon as the level of the water drops below a certain value, the system will send you an SMS that the level of the water is low, and if it falls below much more below a specified value, the system will be entirely shut down automatically. Now we will demonstrate it here.
This is the water level sensor. This bob, it floats on the floats in the water. As once I start pulling this out, it will gradually go below, and it will make contact with the lower pin of the sensor. Once it makes contact with the lower pin of the sensor, indicating that the water level is low, I will get a message on this cell phone. I'll be demonstrating this now for you. Now this bob has made contact with the lower surface. I'll be receiving a SMS now. See.
Okay.
Now the next step is,
Now
if this bob touches its particular contact, and even this bob reaches a lower level, meaning that the tank is actually empty. So I'll get this message. Telling that the pump will be automatically switched off and that the tank level has emptied.
water. Okay. Now for the final thing, what we have added is a PIR sensor. Basically, PIR sensor is something that detects intrusion. In many of the circumstances, there are many other unexpected creatures that run out into the farm and destroy the crops. So for that thing, what you can use is a PIR sensor. PIR sensor, they are mounted on the entrances of the farm. If any animal runs in your farm, you will get immediately an SMS that intrusion has been detected. So now we will demonstrate to you the working of our PIR sensor.
This is the PIR motion detector. It will detect any motion within 20 feet. Its range can actually be adjusted. Now we have set it to the lowest because this is a closed space. If I do any kind of motion within its field, the microcontroller will immediately send me a message on my cell phone. For example, we'll have to wait for some time. Here is the message. Intrusion detected. Okay, so now moving for the final part, what we have included is a data logger, which is very much important for accessing the entire data of the crops and the climate. Monitoring climate is an important part in cultivating crops. So now I will show you and demonstrate you the data logger circuit and its uses. Here, this is the data logger circuit. I will turn it on.
Start. Currently it has been connected through a serial port here. So, but you can use an SD card or any kind of wireless system to transfer data. I will show you the data here, how it looks in the system. Here you can clearly see the consecutive readings we have taken. This is light in lux, temperature, and the relative humidity, and this is the graph. So any farmer who is willing to check out the climate overall, I mean, you can take the readings consecutively over 2 days, 1 day, 2 hours, 3 hours, anything according to your convenience and everything, and you will have the log so that you can troubleshoot here. So that was our project named iFarm, and I would like to thank you everyone who has supported us in this project, especially IEEE Atharva, the chairman. IEEE's treasurer has been very helpful for giving her laptop. IEEE's decorate for making the chart, and many others who have helped us tremendously. So that's it, and thank you, and I hope that many people keep supporting us this way, and we are also expecting an active participation in projects like this from the students of Atharva. And nextly, I have included this project's code in a PDF file. I will be posting it in somewhere around this video only. So if you want, you can have a look, and anyone who is interested in helping our work or for working for IEEE Atharva, you can contact me anytime or just leave me a message. And thank you.